Hey, Lauren Hughes here. We're doing Home Buying 101, and anyone that's in the home market right now or looking to buy a home right now, they might have seen something in the listings that said as is, which, we're used to that at a garage sale. Not so much when you're buying a house. However, right now, since we're in such a hot seller's market, I'm seeing more often houses sold as is, which is like, what the heck does that mean? It's like buying a car that says as is, which, that's kind of how you do buy cars. It's a buyer beware state, or Colorado is a buyer beware state. A lot of states are buyer beware. And but back to the as is, it means it's in as is condition, meaning the seller will not fix anything. So if you want to put an offer in on that house and you're going to do your due diligence like most people do or advise to do, you want to get an inspection on that house. Let's say you do an inspection and you find the roof is broken. The roof is not cheap to fix, and you tell the seller, you're like, hey, I want to buy this house, but the roof is damaged. It needs to be fixed. They're going to point you in the direction of that as is notification, meaning that they probably already knew it. They might have put it in the disclosure. That would have saved everyone a little bit of time if they had, which they legally need to do anyway. However, if you go to buy a house and it says as is, there's no recourse, or you just have to know that they are not willing to do anything to the house. So when that's the case, make sure I would negotiate strong at the beginning. I don't really like as-is houses, but I'm also not big into flipping houses either. I'm more of a turnkey pre-construction investor that I'm much more successful at that than when I try to fix and flip. But if you are a fixer and flipper, you want to see that as-is sign because you're like, oh, I can negotiate real hard with this seller. Or you can be like where we're at in Colorado right now, and sellers can do whatever the heck that they want, and buyers are still coming to their door because there's very low inventory. And so I am seeing as-is condition a little bit more in the remarks, which, more power to you if you can get away with it, and you got a house that doesn't have issues, or you're upfront about it and you're like, hey, the roof's got to be replaced. The price is indicative of this. I'm not messing with inspections. Or they'll give you the inspection sometimes before, and they're like, here's the inspection report. Here's my disclosure. The house is as is, which means they're not willing. They know the issues. They're just not willing to fix it. They want someone else to. And usually, sometimes you can get a good deal on those, especially if you're a fixer and a flipper. You want to see those because you're like, heck yeah, I can make some money on this one. So if you see that in the marks, that means house is as is, and it better be priced that way. It's not always. I'd say it's frequently not priced as is. They seem to want a market value, but market value and as is aren't always the same. So if you guys ever have any questions about terms or anything about home buying, home selling, investing, my door is always open. Thanks.